What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again, and I got a pair of three here that is in need of some new scales. So welcome to episode 14 of the knife upgrade series. So just a little bit of backstory on this particular pair of three. This is a standard model with the S45EN steel, and it started its life with the, here they are, Digicam scales from Spyderco. So I immediately replaced those with these aftermarket scales. These are Flytanium Lotus G10 scales in the jade colorway, and then I got a Lynch Northwest clip on there, dark abyss finish. And honestly, I don't mind this build. It's been like this for pretty much since I bought the knife initially, but I've been on a Micarta kick recently, and I just replaced these, the same scales, but for a PM2, mainly because of this little hot spot on the knife. It gets very thin right here. It was just kind of a hot spot when you're using that one. So replaced those, had the same exact scales on the pair of three. Honestly, it's less noticeable on a smaller knife, but like I said, been on a Micarta kick, so we got these. These are red burlap Micarta scales from AWT. And I think this is going to be kind of a cool build here. So got the sticker with it, and let's unbox these, or unbag these rather. All right. Oh, those feel very interesting. They are smoother than I thought they'd be. I thought they'd be a little bit more textured. These are going to be of the skinny variety as well. I think that's going to take out a little bit of meat right there. Yep, definitely looks like it will. But let's see if we can do this in a quick edit fashion rather than you guys watching me fumble around with taking these scales off, and kind of save us both some time. So here's the knife before, and here is the knife after. Boom. No, just kidding. I'm halfway through the setup. Just put one scale on this one side. But if you were ever curious on a pair of three with skinny scales, I guess specifically from AWT, I mean, there's a lot of people that make them, but that is how much you're losing kind of off that palm swell on the original scales, or in this case, from the Flytanium Lotus G10 scales. It's pretty dang similar to the scales that come with the knife. If you want to look at it like this, yeah, you're losing right about the same. So just for informational purposes, if you're going with something skinny, you're losing that right in the middle, which is, I don't know, generally preferred. But now we're going to look at the completed knife. There we go. Yeah, I think that turned out freaking sweet. Again, these are red burlap Micarta scales from AWT, and then that same Lynch Northwest clip that's in that dark abyss finish. But these aren't like overly red. I mean, they're kind of more like a, I don't know, that's like true red. That's like kind of light brick color or something. And the clip may not exactly match. This is kind of a build that came out of me wanting different scales only, so not the most matching kind of set of aftermarket parts I've ever had. But we're going to call this one Rust, just because of that one Call of Duty map, and this is kind of like Rust Red, so that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. All of these names in this series are a reach, but I do like these scales much more, at least initial impressions wise, than the ones that were previously on there, those Flytanium ones. I mean, these are fine. There's nothing really that wrong with them. They're just very smooth, kind of a hot spot here. These are going to be thinner in the hand this way, a little bit more texture, not quite as much as the standard G10 ones, but it's kind of a classier look. I think it's going to age well over time. I think it's very light too, and nothing to do with any of the parts that I've added, but the detent, at least on this particular pair of three, has always been just fantastic. It's perfectly dialed in. It's not too strong where I can't get the knife out or anything like that. It's just perfectly dialed in detent. Lockup is fantastic. It's still fairly sharp, even though I've carried it quite a bit. I might have just been stropping that over the last couple of years, but either way, that is the Rust pair of three new AWT scales, and another episode done for the knife upgrade series. So let me know what you guys think about this model, or this build at least, and thanks for watching. Remember, have fun with your knives.